Hey, I'm James Pater with Mountain Laurel Handrails, and today we're going to be showing you how to install Mountain Laurel handrails. The process is relatively simple and straightforward. That's part of what it is that we've incorporated into this beautiful product for your house. It's truly a simple way to transform your home. So the sections are built an inch or so longer than your actual post-to-post measurements, and so when they arrive on site, you're going to put them in front of your post, mark them top and bottom, left and right, cut them to fit, slide them in, and screw them into place. Then you'll provide an additional board on the top and the bottom to kind of make a sandwich of the ends of the sticks, as well as the top cap where you actually rest your drink. And so we're going to walk through this and show you basically how the process is done. It's just a couple of easy steps, and it goes really quickly once you get set up and started. So we've got some 2x4 blocks set up in front of our post. This is going to space our section 3.5 inches off of the deck, which will give some room to blow leaves off during the fall time. And then we're just going to mark it on the top and bottom, left and right. We're going to pull it out, and then we're going to go and cut it. So we're going to start a couple of screws on the top. We try to hide as many fasteners as possible. In this case, we're given a 1/2 inch reveal on the front. So we're going to leave about a 1/2 inch reveal on our posts. Our finished cross-section width on these sections is going to be about 4.5 inches, 1.5 inches for a 2x4, 1.5 inches for sticks, and another 1.5 inches for a 2x4. For 6x6 posts, we use 2x4 construction. That means that you will provide an additional 2x4 top and bottom, as well as the top cap. If you have 4x4 posts, then we'll use 1x4 construction. That'll be a 1x4 on the top and bottom. You'll provide an additional 1x4 top and bottom. Your finished cross-section width on that is about 3 inches, giving you again about a 1/4 inch reveal on your 4x4 post. So now we're going to measure for our additional sandwich boards. This is the top and bottom 2x4. That's going to kind of make a sandwich of the end of the stick. So we're just going to measure 123 7/16. And in this case, it's actually the same. And so a common question that we get asked is, why do we not send it with both pieces? And the reason is because it would make it really hard to install. So this way, it's real simple to install. Just a couple of simple cuts and then a couple of simple measurements. If we sent the entire width of the thing, it would be very hard to make sure that all of your boards were going to be perfectly matching. And that's because your posts are never going to be actually perfectly plumb, true, or square. This is the way that it's going to give you the best fit with nice tight joints on all sides. So all of the sections are going to come and they're going to be marked up, and that's the part that goes on the top. We try to build them so that all of the sticks are flowing in the same direction so that it looks as if it's growing out of the forest. That means that the bigger part of each stick is going to be on the bottom, and they're going to narrow down to as they come up to the top. So make sure you check for the 2x4 that's marked up. The last part of the process is to install the top cap. This is where you rest your hand, or where you would set a drink. There's 2 or so ways to do this. This is the way that we're doing it here, where we're going to use the top cap to cover the posts. So our corners are going to be mitered. We'll bevel our joints. Another option is to let the post come up and stick up through, and some people will chamfer the ends of the post then to cut a bevel on all 4 sides, or alternatively you can put post caps. This is my personal preference because the top cap will shield the end grain of the posts from the elements. The end grain is where it'll suck up the most water, so by putting the top cap covering the post, you're going to help your whole installation last longer. Our our joints loose until we get the first couple of pieces set. We're not going to screw anything off until we get it all set up so that we can make sure that our joints are nice and tight. Then we're going to come back through. We'll screw up through the top 2x4 on both sides, and that'll leave the top of your board with no fasteners in it, no screw holes to be ugly or to collect water. So all told, it took about 2.5 hours to complete this installation. This is about 50 linear feet of railing that we put up, and so it goes up really quickly. You can see, super easy to install, and hopefully this installation video is going to help you to have an easier installation. And of course, we'd love to help you with your next project. Reach out to us and sign up for our email newsletter to get more information about all of our recent projects.